The beginning of the music festival. What are you talking about? He's right there, Caligo pointed. 12 misfits turned their heads to the boy sitting right beside them. He promptly vanished. That was the first time they had taken notice of Purson. With the introduction of the music festival, there came a whole new problem. Iruma recognized him vaguely. He had seen him towards the beginning of the year. Was Purson really there the whole time? How had he not noticed? The misfits tried to talk with him, but the harder they tried, the more it seemed to stress him out, until he vanished completely. Their enthusiasm only made their classmate vanish, despite trying their best to be friendly. What were they doing wrong? They heard footsteps out the door, and 11 of them ran out to go look for Purson. Iruma hesitated. You're still here, aren't you? He felt like he was talking to himself, but he had the instinct. He wasn't alone. There was no answer until Purson came back into view. For once, Iruma got a good look at his almost plain features. His expression was unreadable, but he was clearly feeling something. He wanted to say something. Why else would he bother to reappear? You were really here. Oh, please don't go. You don't have to say anything if you don't want to. Iruma apologized to him before he said anything else, because even if Purson had detection warding, that didn't mean he didn't want to be seen, and he didn't want his classmate to feel pressured into doing anything he didn't want to. The human looked at Purson with a soft expression and sympathetic eyes. The other boy seemed nervous, even if it didn't show on his face. Purson opened his mouth. Honestly, you're really dumping this on me all at once. It would be nice to give me some time to think about it. You can't just incorporate me into your group after I haven't been all this time. It just feels awkward, and I really can't stand all the sudden attention. That's my whole thing, after all, not standing out. How am I supposed to just do it without any warning? You guys put a lot of pressure on me, especially Kalego, pointing me out like that. Iruma was shocked at how much he spoke, but it seemed like he really did want to do the music festival with everyone. But before Iruma could say anything else, he was gone again. The misfits came back from their search, and he explained what happened, but it felt kind of special. He was the only one who got to talk with him, so maybe Purson trusted him just a little bit. The thought made the boy happy. The next day, Purson was just trying to clear his head. How was he supposed to stand out? His family had made the point of specifically making it a rule that he couldn't. It was important, and he respected that rule. They had a good reason for it. Pulling out his trumpet, he placed it to his lips, tightening his embouchure. The sound bounced around the walls of the school. It was his release from his stress. It melted off him with each note until something caught his eye. He stopped. Iruma was watching him. Purson's breath caught in his throat, and he panicked. Not just because he was being watched, but because it was Iruma, the boy he had been watching from the beginning of the year. He knew everything about him just from overhearing conversations and watching from afar. The kind boy he had a soft spot for. Iruma's eyes sparkled, and he wasted no time running over. Purson, wow, that was amazing. Your fingers were moving so fast, and you looked so cool. I was really moved by your music. His enthusiastic smile was sending sunbeams at the trumpet player, making him heat up. Well, he wanted to vanish so bad. All these compliments were just too much. It's not what it looks like. I'm not playing for the music festival, or anything. He turned away so Iruma wouldn't see his face turning red. Why did he say that? Why couldn't he just say thank you like a normal person? Wait! Iruma grabbed out, meaning to place a hand on his shoulder, but his hand happened to close on Purson's wing. It came off. Iruma froze, just looking at it in his hand. He had no words, but he looked extremely pale. Did I just rip a demon's wing off? Did I hurt him? He saw his classmate's horrified face as if someone had frozen him before he could scream. No one said anything. Purson, it's not what it looks like. Oh my God, this can't be happening. This is what my father warned me about. I knew I never should have shown myself. This is the end. I am so not prepared to die. Please don't eat me. Soy looked at him with a desperate look, taking a step back. Eat you? Are you? Iruma was starting to realize. The boy in front of him was a person. Iruma took a step closer. No, stay back. He waved his trumpet between them defensively. This is a terrible day to die. You should wait till tomorrow. Wednesday is a better day to die. Just don't eat me. I taste horrible. Iruma chuckled, but understood his dramatic reaction. Would he look like that if he was in Purson's position? Soy scowled. You think this is funny? I'm fighting for my life. You... No, no, just listen to me. Iruma tried to calm him down. I'm not going to eat you. Yeah, right. That would be cannibalism. The words hung in the air. Iruma couldn't believe he was admitting it, but it seemed like the best way to calm down Purson. At first, he just looked shocked. But then he looked like he was going to scream. He was practically shaking. Iruma took a step closer and Purson didn't move away. You are too? Iruma's bright eyes didn't have anything but curiosity. Purson let down his guard, letting him come closer. I am. They looked at each other in bewilderment. Both thought they were the only human in the entire netherworld, but here they were, right next to each other, the whole time. Iruma beamed and smiled so wide, Purson felt concerned. He burst out laughing. I never thought I would meet another human here. His hands wrapped around Purson's and he tensed. I have so many questions. How did you get here? Do you really have a bloodline ability? How do you do magic? Are your horns fake too? Purson felt overwhelmed. Iruma leaned in close, brimming with excitement, and Soy just had to look into his face. This is a lot to take in, and I'm super nervous right now. You're really close to me, but I feel a super deep connection with you right now. I feel like you understand my struggle here in the netherworld better than anyone, because you're just like me. Sorry. Iruma stepped back. Purson was relieved, but he didn't mind how close they were. I never thought you of all people would be a human. He smiled despite the odd situation. Me? What about you? Purson's tone sounded judging. You stand out more than any demon at this school. You're like an attention magnet. Aren't you worried about being found out? What is wrong with you? Don't you care about your life? Do you want to get yourself eaten? Soy puffed in anger at how ignorant Iruma was. Knowing that this guy was a human only made him even more concerned. You're not wrong. I had fully intended not to stand out. But it happened without me meaning to, until I just kind of got used to it. Iruma shrugged. But for someone who doesn't want to stand out, why did you talk to me, back in class? And here, you didn't disappear. Wouldn't talking with someone as popular as me make you stand out? Iruma was just spouting out what he had noticed, but his classmate turned red. I've watched you from afar for a while. How could I not? You're always in the newspaper. But not in a creepy way, I swear. It just feels like I already know you, but you don't know me. I just have a crush on you. But he couldn't say that part aloud. It's all right. I don't think it's weird. And I guess I don't really know you, but I would like to. So would all the other misfits too. Do you think you could consider playing in the music festival? I know now why it's so hard for you to stand out, and it's selfish of me, but I'm asking anyways. Iruma's determination never wavered, and Purson was won over instantly, but he couldn't just give in that easily. Please? I'll consider it. Why did Iruma have to look at him like that? Purson felt like letting his heart make decisions wasn't a good idea.